Hello and welcome to the Queber channel. I am Jason, your host. I hope you're all having a splendiferous day. Mortality, age. I believe more than anything now that life has a plan. I don't think we're supposed to know what that plan is. I don't know whether there's a God out there or a supreme intelligence or something, but there's something out there. And the reasoning behind this is the way life goes. You see, many times in my life could have ended, but something just kicked in the last moments and changed things. And it's always been for my benefit in the end. Never seen it as a benefit at the start. When I started to build up all the equipment and knowledge before Paola got ill, when she started to get ill, all those coping strategies that I had built up, every piece of tech I had picked up for a supposed apocalyptic event and that in the future came in and worked. Every bit of knowledge I learned helped me look after Paola. All my autistic side worked so well. But there's a few situations that stand out. The first is my GERD, which has settled down a lot since I've started taking Huel. But in 2021, when it hit, I was having a lot of problem eating. And by that I mean I was eating myself to death. I was. My weight was going up. My blood pressure was going up. Everything was going up except for my health. And I couldn't stop. All my coping strategies, remember this is still very early in the evolution of my coping strategies and that. And I was eating lots of takeout. Oh my God, so much takeout. Because takeout makes you feel better in the short term. People with ADHD and things like that do have that problem. And so I was basically eating myself to death back in 2021. And then, as if by thingy, something came along which I didn't enjoy, which wasn't nice for me, but it put brakes on me eating so much takeout. It put brakes. I lost something like 30 kilograms of weight due to it. I thought I was dying. I thought I had throat cancer. I thought I had many things, but it turned out to be GERD. And that started me along a path of eating better. And since then I've ate a lot better in my life. I was forced along that path. I didn't have a choice. My ADHD couldn't backtrack on it, couldn't fuel my food addiction anymore because my food addiction was making my acid go into my throat, and yeah, that was enough to stop me. I do believe that life has a plan. Think about my mum. Think about what happened this year. Think about what happened in the last few months. I was gravely concerned about how I would be there for my mum when her life was ending. I knew it was coming. Didn't know it was coming this quick, but I knew it was coming. But I could not think up a coping strategy to get me to be able to go to hospital every day and to look after her and to be there. And knowing that if I wasn't there for her, if I wasn't there for her, it would have really given my depression and everything else a way to murder me, basically. Given the maximum armor-piercing ammo of, oh my God, you didn't even go to see your mum when she was dying. I knew that was coming. I knew that it was something that my bad side would grab hold of. Oh, I knew it was going to be prime ammunition for my depression, my guilt, my issues that have down that way. I knew. And I couldn't see a way in the future that I would be able to deal with this. I was going to just have to grin and bear it. So what came along? Not only did my disability review reinforce the fact that, yes, you should be on disability. And oh, by the way, have you thought of using something kind of mobility aid to get out of the house? Literally weeks before my mum started to go bad, the mobility scooter happened. Literally days before she actually went into hospital, I got the Quingo, which turned out to be something that could handle anything. The journey to the hospital, getting inside the hospital, going around inside the hospital. My Kimco Maxwell wouldn't have been able to manoeuvre inside a hospital. I would have had to get off it. I would have had to leave it. I wouldn't have been able to use it. Think how perfectly it fit in. How that coming about. And also, not just my mum, this issue I've got with my legs now, where I can't walk around as much, where I'm in pain when I walk around and that. That would have put the final nail in the head of me ever leaving my house. But not now, because I have the Quingo, because I have a mobility scooter. So you can try all you want to say that there isn't a thing. And no, it isn't always the wonderful things that happen. We're still waiting on one more thing that will be the final nail in the head of me scepticizing about this. Because my life, these things that have happened, like the radical changing of my diet that was forced on me by GERD, that's pretty much saved my life. And the mobility scooter and things like that came along at just the right time. Just when I would need it. To give me the most perfect way of getting to my mum and being able to go 3 times a day to the hospital and setting up a mobile safe space and being able to be there for her in there. Coincidence don't cut it. Really doesn't cut it. Doesn't mean everything is a wonderful thing. And look at my issues now with my, well, it can be called peripheral arterial disease or peripheral vascular disease. I'm pretty much sure now that it is. I'm going to contact my doctor this week because self-diagnosis is a bad thing. But all the signs are there. And a friend of mine who's got it says, yep, that's how it hits. It can just hit one day. It can just thingy and you'll just have these issues. And it can happen, I'm getting older. Things are going to fall apart. Things are going to break. Does not mean I'm still functioning. I can still function. And I can still leave the house. And the crazy thing about this is this even more justifies me having a mobility freaking scooter. Holy shit. So yeah. You take care of yourself, everyone. This is my opinion and this is what I believe. And I've seen it in a lot of other people. See, people expect that if things are planned out for your life, they're going to be good things. They're going to be things that make everything go away. That, oh, there'll be cures for things and that. Life doesn't work like that, does it? And what lessons do you learn if life lives like that? You learn lessons from the hardships. You learn lessons from the challenges. You learn lessons, and you become a better person because of what you face. So, yeah. Now, exercise will help with PVD, if it is that. Exercise and eating better will help with it, but due to my age, due to my blood pressure, due to the medication that I was on for my blood pressure, the early stuff that caused the nocturia where you can get edema and that, this was pretty much always in my cards to come along. I didn't expect it to hit like just one day, literally the morning my mum died, to hit me when I didn't have to go to the hospital anymore. So it was almost like a planned event. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, bye for now. This is part 2 of a third one will come up soon, hopefully.